Hey there everyone, and welcome back to Corey Loses, where today we are once again continuing with our Community Challenge playthrough in Thrawn's Revenge Imperial Civil War 2.2. Before we get to anything related to the playthrough directly here, tonight, for those of you who are interested, at 5 p.m. EST, I'm going to be doing a live Twitch stream with our Monday Night Modding. We're going to be getting back to that. This is a regular thing that we've done in the lead up to 2.2 that I ended up taking a break from just because I was doing too much other stuff when we were getting ready to release the mod. So basically, I live stream some mod work. Sometimes it's coding, sometimes it'll be 3D art, mapping, whatever. And that'll probably go on for 2 hours tonight between 5 p.m. EST and 7 p.m. EST. There's a link to the Twitch channel in the description. It's going to be on Twitch. We've been doing pretty much all of our streaming on YouTube for the last couple of weeks, but I do want to get back to getting our Twitch channel going again. So that'll be tonight. And so for the playthrough, I've got everything that was requested into the spreadsheet, so submissions for new ships are closed. But if I missed yours from before, if you don't see your ship, and you can just go back to your original comment where you requested it, reply to that, and then I'll be able to fit it in. But other than that, we do have everything we're going to have for the playthrough, unless the exception to that is for anyone who becomes a patron and wants to request one of the patron ships. Those will be open the entire playthrough, like with all of our other playthroughs. But I did find out what happened to our other AT-AP. So it turns out, if you have a lifetime limit and a current build limit on a ground company, if it has the same makeup, or even, I'm not sure if it's the same makeup or if it's just the same individual unit as another ground company, then it counts the limit for both of them. So because we had built the other AT-AP, it counted towards our limit for this company as well. And I've been trying to think if there's any useful way to actually take advantage of that in the modded. So the lifetime build limit we can leave in, but the current build limit we can't, which is weird. But now we have all the things that were missing before. So we have Stir Mealback, we have Valkyrie Company, we have Strider Company, we have Sabretooth Pack, Serious Business, All About Corey, the AACs from Slorny, and Pachinko Company. So I'm just gonna queue up a lot of. Oh, that's not what I wanted. So that's what allows you to queue up more than one at a time. But once it's finished building, they should leave. With how this works. So we got up to the 18. Okay.
Vehicle in production.
So that should be how that works. So it should all be good. And I went in and I started coding in some more units, more of the requested units. So we've got a couple other added ones here, but now that I have all the spreadsheet stuff done, I'll be able to get all the other stuff in pretty quickly. Okay, so let's see exactly what was here with the Phalanx again, and then I do want to take the Phalanx out today. I mean, it's kind of dangerous, but I think when we get this second ascendancy into this fleet, we should be okay. So let's go for that.
Construction complete.
And hopefully we don't get a raid fleet,
Construction
because that would not be good for us. So let's check this out. Yeah, so one of the build options for the AACs is now gone because we built it. So it's kind of annoying that it works that way. And I'm trying to think of a way to take advantage of it, but I can't. Or I haven't so far. I haven't spent that much time thinking of it. So maybe someday. But it's just weird.
Enemy forces
well.
ahead.
Learn something new every day.
IPV reporting.
And I also didn't know the Phalanx had team color stripes there.
Choose your reinforcements.
Okay, so let's get Uber Dorito in.
Locked. Heading out.
I didn't read your name, but I will when it comes in.
Ascendancy at the
Poisoned Berry. E-Rage.
Moving to coordinates. Awaiting command.
Look at Lux Off-Row in the
Star
back.
Destroyer standing by.
Confetti
Navigating to
Launcher,
coordinates.
Night Flame.
Light speed.
Understood.
Reinforcements
You guys
canceled.
just in the back here.
Moving out.
Reinforcements canceled. Reinforcements en route.
We're on the move. Attack
Advancing.
formation.
Coming about. Star Destroyer reporting in.
Alright. Nope, I didn't care about the tech tree.
TIE squadron here. Attack.
You have ion cannons.
TIE interceptor here.
Interceptors, I guess
For
just
the
go for the
Empire.
Clawcraft.
Y-Wing Squadron reporting.
Do we have any other bombers?
TIEs reporting.
I guess the
in.
Furions.
Navigating.
V-Wing Squadron reporting.
V-Wing Squadron
Bomber
reporting.
standing by.
There we go.
Yes, Commander.
You know what? Let's just
Engaging
focus all
in.
fire on the Super Chiss Destroyer.
Stragglers.
Our target priority is the laser cannons.
Like we're kind of using overkill here, but I want to make sure we don't lose any. 'Cause if it decided to like focus down the Warlord or something, there's a good chance it would have been able to handle that. And if it could handle that, I wouldn't be able to handle that because we'd be down another ship. You son of a bitch. Okay,
Awaiting orders.
I see how it is.
The lasers are our targets.
I forgot the Phalanx had single unit retreat.
Your orders. Our target priority is the laser cannons.
Go bother the Empire or something then. Good. If I'd remembered we gave them single unit retreat, I would have attacked the engines.
Underway.
But now it can be a problem for someone else.
Carrot Commander here. Reporting.
Locking on. For the Empire.
Awaiting orders. Awaiting your command.
Not. He won't be around much longer.
We are victorious.
It says they lost the Phalanx, but it technically is not.
Brigade standing by.
Transmission received.
Enlisting. Training soldiers.
Let's get the infantry in there as well. Let's bring this main army over here.
Complete. Construction complete.
I don't remember if we've actually checked the checked a Brigade array, so I want to do that. Does you?
Reporting.
Constructing.
I guess we'll do that. Let's get 2 Golans in, 2 Golans in,
Constructing.
2 Golans in. They haven't taken Riet yet, but I'm sure they will. Because they're running out of places to go over here. They're coming up against the Empire. Well, let's see what's here. Oh, there's the Phalanx. It retreated into a Syndic. Lovely.
Ready to go.
So who do we have here? We have Mi'kmaq Company. So yeah, another thing that came up in some of the previous videos was the
Invasion commencing.
stormtroopers that counted as losses, even though they weren't destroyed and they didn't show up on the thing. We'd still hit the correct threshold for those to be destroyed, but I think the game scoring script just isn't counting them. So those losses
Choose
are
your
losses,
reinforcements.
but they just weren't super
Destination
obvious
set.
losses. I'm not sure if the game scoring changes actually did make
Order
it so that stuff that normally wouldn't count as a
Sensor
loss
node
did, but
constructing.
Ready. Right.
Construction
Heading out.
complete.
We've located the enemy.
okay.
Affirmative. Got it.
Lancet standing by. Engines activated. Receiving orders.
Can the
As you
MMT
wish.
hit air units?
Squadron moving out. Lancet proceeding.
Oh,
Attacking.
they're going for civilians.
Firing.
I don't think the MMT can hit the lat. I think I can just keep
Command received.
maneuvering it around. Right now, because the MMT
Right away.
only works.
Moving
Oh,
out.
I think you can hit it.
Engaging. Heading out. I have the target in sight. Destination ahead. Lancet targeting.
Because the MMT only works off of a weapon that's coded directly into its unit code,
Position.
it can't.
Let's move out.
for EAW reasons, it can't use inaccuracy and stuff, which is why it always hits infantry. One of the changes that's actually being made right now by Jordan, Mr. Hobo, they're going through all the ground units in the mod, and they are making them hardpoint based, which means we'll be able to turn. I hate this death hit. They're gonna be making them all hardpoint based so that they all have firing inaccuracy. So you won't see stuff like the MMT just always hitting infantry when it's supposed to be this anti-heavy thing and wiping out the entire squad at once. It'll be able to miss.
Targeting.
All right.
Reporting.
We can start moving you guys in now.
Right away.
Aerial artillery reporting.
So the regular infantry can actually shoot flat, but I think their targeting priority set doesn't have it in it. So that'll have to be another thing that we
Yes,
edit for
Commander.
them. But overall, I think we are okay. So let's get you guys over to here. I'm gonna try to not use the lat in direct combat quite as much, or not the lat, the some of the infantry,
Heading to port.
or at least I'll keep back a lot of the.
Going there now. Firing. Moving to position.
Ready to receive orders. This way.
A lot of the squads so that they don't just immediately die like that, like they were with the stormtroopers we had.
Open fire. Ready to roll.
The enemy has
There we
been
go.
defeated.
The ground battles especially will start getting a lot more difficult when we get to
Planetary control achieved.
the actual AI controlled
Building
factions, but for
started.
now I'm more than happy to take advantage of it.
Reporting.
Oh, Phalanx and a Syndic. I really wish we had the Peltist right now. So let's get the Peltist right now. Come on, yay!
Constructing unit.
Alright, so we got the Peltist badass. Oh, come on. Alright, I will fix that right now, actually.
Complete.
Alright, so there we go. We've got bad assets properly named
Ready
now.
to
Sorry
go.
about that.
Construction
But I think
complete.
we can. I'm gonna try to go in there. So let's
Construction
go
complete.
into a brigade array. I'd kind of rather get Corellia, but for now,
On my way.
I think we get a little bit more out of sending them down to a brigade array and then taking Corellia. If the New Republic decides to attack Corellia or Duro, then hopefully they'd be weak enough afterwards that we can just kind of swoop in and
Construction complete.
take the stuff. But let's get to it.
We've located the enemy.
It would be better doing this with the Peltist, but yeah.
Choose your
Okay,
reinforcements.
so let's get Key Rage up in the
Order
front.
confirmed.
Let's get Uber Dorito in the back here, or not the back, but off to the side.
get there. Coming about.
I'll drop these guys, all our little Corvettes,
Moving into
in
position.
the background just in case we need the extra damage boost or if we need to take out the fighters. But for the most part, I'm going to try to keep them out because they're going to be
Reinforcements.
prime
en route.
targets. Let's get Night
Destination
Flame,
confirmed.
Invictus, Ozzy's
I call
Last
babe.
Stand, Confetti
We're on our
Launcher.
way.
I'll just drop the really light frigates just in the back.
Carrack en route.
Ready to receive orders. Firing sequence engaged.
Okay. You're gonna need to make sure that we actually
Y-wing
take out
squadron
the-
reporting.
Ready.
take out the engines this time.
Star Destroyer comms open. Thrawn would approve.
Yeah, let's go for the Syndic first then. It's coming up.
Mega Masers primed.
Star
Okay,
Destroyer
you
standing
are
Ready
all
to
going the
receive
wrong
orders.
way now.
Ascendancy at the ready.
Attack the stragglers.
Awaiting orders.
Alright, powder weapons
Maximum fire.
and powder weapons.
Maximum
Just anything that can powder weapons, I'm going to powder weapons. That means you as well, plot armor.
Maximum firepower.
Ready to receive orders. Thrawn would approve. Mega Mazers Prime.
Focus down on the Phalanx. See if we can drop its engines before it decides to retreat.
Firing sequence engaged. Thrawn would approve. Mega Mazers Prime.
Okay, no engines left. I think it's trying to retreat now, but... Okay, you guys are also almost in range.
Firing sequence engaged.
We're going to start having to fight off actual attacks by the other factions, which is why I want the Golans to sort of work as our damage sinks for that, which is kind of what their role is, but normally in playthroughs I don't really care about that, because the units are not something that causes me to lose sleep. But
I'll be there.
this one, or in this one, we need them.
Constructing unit.
Did I already? No, these are already queued. So, no cheating.
Vehicle cancelled.
Let's also get Adamant
Vehicle
going.
in
Okay,
production.
so we should have the Peltis now for the next fight. HV gun. HV gun and 2 Golans, so that's good.
There they are. Blast them.
Yes, yes, blast them.
Hypervelocity cannon firing.
Didn't hit the engines. That's unfortunate.
TIE squadron here. Course set.
Alright, I'm just going to speed up.
Space
For the
station damaged.
Empire. They're coming in quick. More enemy.
One of the bugs we still do need to fix is with these abilities, like micro jump and
Activating energy
the rotation one, sometimes the ability will fail and you'll get a little marker where you targeted. It looks like a vigilance actually, and the ability won't finish. That means the script has crashed for that ability when that happens. And first off, we also need to change the debug text for it so that people are aware that that's what that means.
Our space station is under attack.
Target locked. Commander, they're hitting us. I've got them in my sights.
Hypervelocity gun available.
Nowhere to run.
Hypervelocity cannon firing.
Nope, this isn't
Space
gonna work.
station under attack. Hypervelocity gun destroyed.
Womp womp. Do we need to do this a different way?
Ascendancy at the ready.
Well, let's drop you guys here. Let's get you over to that fleet.
Moving ahead.
You I want in this fleet.
Location locked. Heading out.
I do want to take the planet. So I think there were 2 MMTs and something else here. So let's use our lat first. I guess crate 1.
Invasion commencing.
Yes, sir.
Choose your reinforcements.
Okay, so let's land
Heading
you
out,
guys
sir.
there. I'm kind of scared of sending the
Destination
heavier
set.
vehicles against the MMTs, because I'm not sure. I think the hard points would make it easier on the ATTE. Oh wait, we removed the hard points, so no, it won't.
Sensor node constructing.
Yes, Commander.
Boarding in. Got it.
Spread out, man.
So let's use the lat harassment strategy again. That worked.
Sighted.
Squadron moving out. Lancet proceeding.
And then
Targeting.
hopefully we won't have an issue.
Command received. Right away. Blast them out. Moving out. Heading out.
Just don't shoot me.
Destination ahead.
Stay over me. There we
Attacking.
go.
Firing.
Maybe it'd be better to wait for a bombing run or something.
Ready to roll.
Lancet standing by.
Yes,
You
sir. Avoiding
guys, make
fire.
sure you're like that. At some point, you are going to try to turn around and shoot us. I want to make sure that doesn't actually happen.
Let's move out.
Get out of there.
Engaging. I have the target in sight. Let's go. Lancet targeting.
Stay over him. There we go.
Heading for attack position.
Now it's just a bunch of the Phalanx soldiers. So that's going to be really bad if we do have to fight the Empire of the Hand. I'm not sure exactly how powerful those are. But AACs, load him up.
Ready for orders.
Lats.
Bombing run available.
Y-wing standing by.
I'm going to guess there? That might have been a little bit too far.
Bombing run.
Yeah.
We've sighted them.
Nope. Yeah, a little bit.
Engaged.
A little bit too much.
This way. Attack.
Close.
Fire.
Keep going.
Over there.
We are victorious.
That's good.
System control achieved.
So, Abrigado, I
Building
think
under
I'm
construction.
gonna go with the mines there. You guys are good. And I'll move this army into response range, because we're gonna be
I understand.
going from Telfaglio into Corellia, and then we'll need to take the ground forces into Corellia. That map is gonna be a little bit difficult, but
Moving into position.
Building under construction.
do we want to move you guys north? Maybe we'll take Bilbringi. Yeah, let's check out what's going on at Bilbringi.
Constructing unit. Construction complete. Building under
Let's
construction.
get that and that. This will help with our credit quite a bit.
Construction complete.
And we already know it's an endurance there, so I don't think there was anything else
standing by.
super noteworthy, but I'm not going to risk that.
Vehicle in production. Vehicle
Queue
in
up a few of
production.
them.
Construction complete.
And we'll just try to keep this fleet over in this area until the Empire of the Hand does something that scares us off. Alright, Flame of
Vehicle in
Retribution.
production.
There's a very real chance that we're going to lose this LP, and that's exciting to me. I like that. I never really... Like, you can feel like you're going to lose battles, but I rarely feel like I have a legitimate shot to lose the actual full playthrough. And there's actually some allowances in the game that are set up to make that not as possible. Like, the AI will only attack you if you've had a certain number of recent successes as well. And, like, there's limits to what they can attack you with, or how often they can attack you. Which I think might be something that we want to have the option to remove at least. I don't know if we can actually vary that by
Coming around.
by plans or difficulty level, like you can do with some other stuff. But I'd like to if we can, and then we can have like an even harder difficulty level. Because the thing with that is trying to fit everything into like just the 3 difficulty levels. It's that's difficult as well. So what do we got at Bilbringi? We can. This is easy. We can take that. So if we can take Bilbringi and Corellia in this episode, that'll be pretty big for us. On top of Prakith and what's it called? This definitely needs a Sky Dome.
Choose your reinforcements.
Orders confirmed.
But Peltis get in there, bad assets, Showdown
Heading to
VIP,
destination.
and Thrawn's
We'll
Fury,
get there.
along with Vengeful
We'll be
Spirit,
there shortly.
Misa Darth Jar Jar, and we have guns.
Sector.
Right away.
Why hello there, base Delta
Moving
0, and let's make a list.
Heading out.
Then there's Fleet
Confirmed.
Carrier and Bologna.
Right away.
Star Destroyer comms open.
Peltis are just
Ready to receive orders.
so good.
Ascendancy at the ready.
They're not good against
Star Destroyer comms open.
smaller frigates that already have their shields down,
Falling out of formation.
just because of how that
Mega Mazer
the distribution of damage isn't really worth it.
Firing sequence engaged.
Attack formation.
Thrawn will approve. Mega Mazer primed. Ascendancy at the ready. Firing sequence.
Bad assets, I want you to focus on the endurance.
Star Destroyer
Everything else
closing
can
in.
sort of take what comes.
Star Destroyer comms
Go
open.
after the stragglers.
Thrawn will approve.
TIEs report.
TIE droids get in there.
Intercepting. TIE interceptor here.
This isn't our
Course
no,
set.
this isn't our quasar.
Frigate
We don't have any quasars yet. I don't think.
Excellent shot.
Bomber squadron reporting.
What are your orders?
Ready to receive orders.
I've got him.
Ascendancy at the ready.
Nowhere to go.
Getting a lock.
He
Intercepting.
won't be around
Star
much
Destroyer
longer.
comms open.
Closing on target. I got one.
Yeah, so this is this particle issue there is an issue with I think the death timer on the particle for the main gun, so we do need to fix that. I thought we'd fixed it at first because I thought it was caused by something else when it was originally reported,
Mega Mazer
but it turns out it was not. So it is still there.
engaged.
They're coming in quick.
Cruiser here. Attacking.
Ready to receive orders.
All right.
Fire for maximum effect.
Anyone want to boost weapon power?
Thrawn would approve.
So have we lost anyone this battle? I don't believe so. It's gonna get harder and harder to keep track of that. That's gonna be one of the main causes of our losses, I think. Trying to keep track of especially the smaller units in larger battles.
Ascendancy at the ready.
So I might have to work out even just specific lines of battle for the purposes of not losing track of the units.
Star Destroyer comms open.
The enemy has been defeated.
Did we lose anything? No. Alright, so I think we're good for
Construction
this.
complete.
Well, we're actually going to be moving over there,
How about
so
some backup? We're
let's get
moving
you in there
out.
for your inaugural battle. Do we have building here? We have Flame of Retribution. So as soon as that's here, Ulfbert, you can go in the Pathfinder slot. And who do we have? Adamant. So Adamant has joined the ranks.
Fall out.
Let's head up to Bill Bringy. That kind of locks in the Empire of the Hand. They can only go to Intrala, Mutilance, and Bastion, which I think the Empire is going to take at least one of those. Or Arinda, Lana, and Obridan over there.
Construction complete.
And the good thing about Bastion is they'll, even though we'll be kind of cut off there, it's a...
Unit in production.
We should be able to build some Golem 3s.
Tactical battle imminent.
I'm not sure where we should go after that. We should probably go and take Obra Sky and try to secure some of the northern territory before it gets too crowded. Because we can try to cut them off from getting too much of a foothold. The New Republic is going to get in the south regardless. I don't think we'll be able to stop too much down there. The Empire of the Hand is going to do the same. But we can stop the Empire from getting too big. But Cutie Rage,
Move
get in
out.
there. Adamant, you can
We shall be there
have your first
shortly.
battle as well. Star
Right
Wars
away.
sucks.
Reinforcements.
Plot
en
armor.
route.
On
Invictus.
our way.
Location locked. Heading out.
Let's move out. Roger. Acknowledged. Heading out, sir.
Carrack en route.
Moving out.
Bombers at the
This isn't the biggest
Heading
defense
out.
fleet,
Yes,
so
Commander.
I really hate the selection color. That's where the units get like super bright when you have them.
Awaiting orders.
See that when you're hovering over them? I'd love to be able to change that. I don't know that you actually can.
Ready to receive orders. Mega
Alright.
Mazers primed.
Well, let's get there.
Firing sequence
Okay,
engaged.
focus on condemnation. Let's condemn it.
Ready for command, sir.
Awaiting your orders.
Raptors.
Moving to coordinates. Order confirmed.
Got them in my
Ascendancy
sights.
at the ready.
TIE squadron standing by.
Awaiting your command.
Cannons armed.
Your command, sir.
Star Destroyer comms open.
Commander.
Come back around for another run.
I think that was one of the strike cruisers that just left.
Go after them.
Enemy pilot incoming.
It's glass cannon?
What are your orders?
Yes, glass cannon.
Laser cannon.
And Wind of the Willows.
Eliminating
Rebel Jeff can sit this one out.
Commander, they're hitting us. I need help.
We lost about a third of the health on Kitty Rage, but it's okay.
Lasers primed.
Where's the Raider? There's Ulfbert. Okay, so Ulfbert's okay.
Where'd he go? Engaging the enemy.
We are victorious.
Alright, so we should be able to pretty easily take the ground at Bilbringy here. I didn't actually look at what was there. Alright, I probably looked, I just don't remember what was there. I'd kind of rather do that than Corellia, but... You know what, let's go for Corellia, and then
Invasion
we'll
commencing.
probably start off next week with... Or not next week. Next episode with the Bilbringy battle. Depending on how long this one takes. Because then I can just move the fleet across the consortium in the time between the episodes.
At the ready.
It won't take the entire time between the episodes.
Choose your reinforcements.
Right away.
See, this map it's a tough thing because I actually do like this map, but getting the mini-map fixed is non-trivial without messing up the whole thing.
Roger that. Moving out. Heading out.
Reinforcements.
Alright, well let's get
en
you
route.
guys ready there. This was a New Republic? Yeah.
Sensor node constructing.
Form up. Yes, sir.
Engines
Construction
activated.
complete.
Well, step one.
Waiting orders. Incoming.
Right, they're gonna come for us.
Ready to receive orders.
As long as they don't capture that stuff. It's just infantry? Oh no, the heavy tracker. I feel like the heavy tracker we can try to take out the bombing run. Okay, so speed up. ACs are one of the things that's likely going to get nerfed in some ways when we get into the groundwork. Which, so the way we've actually got this set up, until 2.2.5, which is the one we're going to push to mod database, we're trying to get as much stuff, like all the tech stuff fixed as we can, and all the bugs that we can fix, so any of the issues that currently exist with the error change system. We want to get those fixed, and then that'll be it for 2.2.5, but in the meantime, so that we can leave that, so we're not adding any of the 2.3 stuff just yet, but in order to make sure that we can still get as much done as possible, we're using Fall of the Republic to test some of the larger changes, especially with ground combat. That's going to be where we test that.
The enemy has been defeated.
So we're still able to progress quite a bit with the mods, but without making it harder on ourselves to do what we need to for 2.2 still. And I think it seems to be working pretty well for us so far. I've only just been getting Fall of the Republic set up, and that's probably one of the things we're going to be working on today during the Monday Night Modding stream. So another plug for that is twitch.tv/CoreyLoses. We can go and do Bilbringy now, I think. But yeah, so stuff like testing the ground balancing and any of the mechanic changes to ground will typically be done in... Gonna have to give this up.
System lost.
In Fall of the Republic, because in ICW there's a lot more content and a lot more factions. So if you're trying to do overall overhauls,
Star Destroyer reporting
then
in.
it's more difficult
Right away.
because you're making those changes across so many things at once. Whereas in Fall of the Republic, it's just going to be 2 factions. They're going to have fewer units, especially at first.
Beginning
So it's a lot easier for us to just pick like the overall systems
construction
and go from there.
Building started.
So if we have to make changes to 20 units as opposed to 80, that's a lot easier. And then we can figure out if those changes are working or not. If they are working, we can port them back to Imperial Civil War rather pretty easily. And you can still sort of do that within Imperial Civil War by changing, like saying the New Republic's going to be our test bed for this, or the Empire, or whatever.
Tactical battle
Usually
imminent.
New Republic, just because it's self-contained and it doesn't affect all the warlords and stuff. But with that, then if you try to, you have to finish that before you can move on to anything. And we're still trying to get some patches done for 2.2, so it's not as possible for us to
Building under
do
construction.
things piece by piece, because then
Complete.
it just means we're waiting longer between patches.
Construction
Which is not what we want.
complete.
So as soon as we have Vilbringi, maybe we should split up that fleet a little bit. We'll need to take Prilaz next episode. It shouldn't be too hard. I don't think they're going to
Vehicle
defend it too
in
much.
production.
But this will be our last space unit we can build, Indefatigable, for now. I'll have probably another 25 to 30 coded by next episode. That's going to be kind of my goal for each one, get 25 to 30, and then after like 2 episodes, we're going to be more than past what we need for any individual episode. Especially with the heroes, I'm going to start getting those in as soon as I can. But the thing with them was just getting the icons in, so that's why I delayed it. While I was working on the spreadsheet, that was too much extra stuff, and we were never really going to use them right away. I didn't want to use like super strong ships
Copy.
right off the bat.
away. Moving ahead. Heading out, sir. Fall out, troops.
All right.
Sensor node constructing. Choose your
So
reinforcements.
this was an Imperial one.
Order acknowledged.
Reinforcements en route.
AACs are super strong.
Construction complete.
Comlink active. Roger that. Form up. Receiving orders.
We've come across enemy units.
As you wish.
Oh, these were all the Plex, right?
Unit destroyed.
So this was a poor choice.
Awaiting orders. Attack that target. Attacking target. Squadron moving out. Lancet proceeding. Command received. Right away. Moving
All right,
out.
and there were
Heading out.
swamp speeders as
Choose
well.
your
So we might have just
reinforcements.
lost
Heading out,
Maximum
sir.
unit capacity.
one of our companies of AACs. Just off of one, which is kind of annoying.
Yes, I'll be there.
This should be fun.
Copy. Fire at will. Destination
Bombing run
ahead.
available.
I'm with you. I understand. I'm on it.
Ready to receive orders. Initiate
Where?
bombing
Okay.
run.
I don't think the swamp speeders are going to be able to.
We've sighted them.
Understood. I'm going.
This should be fun.
On my way.
This could be
Be right
less than
there.
fun.
Right. Stay close to me.
Back here.
Sensor node has been sold.
I copy.
Turret constructing.
I copy.
Reporting.
These are dangerous. Dangerous
Right
times.
here.
Swamp speeder, less dangerous. It's the mix of them
Construction
that I'm scared
complete.
of. Because the vehicles can wreck the swamp speeders, but the Plex can wreck the vehicles.
Construction complete.
We have one more Plex, or one more speeder. Okay, so you guys get in here.
Let me help you. How can I help you?
Spreading out!
Skywalker here. Commander Skywalker reporting. May the Force be with me.
Alright, and I think you should be more than enough to handle this, Mr. Jedi. Protagonist. There we go.
Victorious.
Lightsaber them to death. Alright, so I'm gonna call that a successful
System
episode.
conquered. Beginning
I don't
construction.
believe we had any
Building under
losses.
construction.
I do want to get
Building canceled.
hypervelocity gun here on Bilbringi.
Building
Maybe even
canceled.
2. Yeah, let's get 2, then we can build up like Golans and stuff, and eventually we can just leave this here. But we are gonna leave the episode here for today. So next episode, I'm gonna try to go into Over Sky, and we'll think about getting into the transitory mist and the Hapens or something if we can, because we are now surrounded. We have officially hit the limits of our, well, not quite, but we've got maybe 2 planets in any direction that we can safely take without being in range of either the Hapens, the Imperials, the New Republic, or the Empire of the Hand. So hope you guys are enjoying the playthrough so far. If you have any suggestions for a future kind of playthrough like this, let me know in the comments. There are a few people who left some. But that's gonna do it for today. So see you next time, guys.